Hi, Julie here from Sublime Jewels. I'm going to show you today how to make jewellery out of paint skins. Okay, so we've got our dry paint skin, and that just simply dried on the silicone mat. It took about 48 hours, and you can see it's quite robust. So what we need to do now is we need to just sort of find out where we want to put our glass cabochons, depending on what sort of patterns that we're looking for. So, and it doesn't matter, it's personal preference. You'll find if you move the cabochon around, it sort of highlights it and sort of almost magnifies it a little bit. And it's really just a matter of, making a decision about where you want to put it. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and just show you. So this area here I quite like. So I'm just going to move my cabochon over there like that. And then you want to find out if you're going to make earrings as well. You don't have to, of course, but if you want to, then it's just a matter of, kind of moving around your little glass cabochon and deciding whereabouts you might like it to go. So we'll do that in a moment. Now what I have done also was, you can see here that I've cut a hole out. So what you can do is you can either stick down your glass cabochon where you want it, and I'll show you, we'll do that in a sec. Or what you can do is, I've got this 1-inch paper punch, and so it fits nicely, the same shape as the 25mm or 1-inch glass cabochon. Now, the only problem with this is that obviously if you punch it out like this, you're not going to be able to see what you're punching. However, you can obviously turn it upside down, and if we get it around the right way, we can pop it in there like that, and then you can cut it that way. So that's quite easy as well. The benefit of using this one is that you don't have to trim around the outside if you're just going to stick your cabochon down with the glaze or with the glue. But just for the purposes of demonstrating how to do that, we're going to use the diamond glaze, which is what we use to stick the glass down onto our skin. Now, I do like to just get, like a microfiber cloth and just a little bit of the isopropyl alcohol, and just popping a little bit on my cloth and just giving that cabochon a bit of a wipe over, because that just then removes any finger marks, grease off of your fingers, what have you, so that you've got a nice clean surface to work with and you're not going to get any blemishes. So the diamond glaze, as I said, is what we use. It's a dimensional adhesive, and it is available on Amazon. I checked a couple of days ago. I've had this bottle for quite some time. Just give it a bit of a shake, and you are going to get some bubbles in it, but we'll show you about that. So it doesn't really matter whether you put the glue down on the actual skin or on the cabochon. So I prefer to just sort of put it on the cabochon. Now, you don't need an awful lot. Probably about that much is going to be enough to cover it, because it spreads. Up to you whether you want to get a toothpick and pop any bubbles in there, but I generally find that once you've pressed it down onto the area of the skin where you want it, it will sort itself out. So then it's just a matter of popping it down. And you can see straight away it just kind of levels itself out. I just like to give it a little bit of a tap just to make sure that there are no bubbles in there, and then you can sort of just gently move it around and decide where you want it to go, like that. And then we'll do the same with the earring cabochons. Again, just going to give it a little bit of a wipe off. Try not to touch it too much with my fingers after I've done that. And then I just generally sort of, again, just move them around and decide where you want it to go in terms of it, you know, looking as though it belongs to your pendant, your glass pendant there. So probably pop one there. And pop one there. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I'll stick them down, and we'll come back when they're dry and cut them out. So these are now dry, and it probably took about half an hour, I suppose. It's fairly quick to do, so we can get ready to cut those out. What I also did do during that time was I did get the circle punch and I cut out that little one there, and I've already stuck that on. So that's the back, and I've stuck that on also with the Dimensional Magic. And then I did also just place the small earrings just there and there, and I'll cut them out as well. So there's nothing special about cutting them out. You can either use scissors. You probably want something that's, you know, got reasonable sort of fine tip on it, and yep, just sort of slowly going around the outside. Just be careful not to sort of angle the scissors in, because you don't want to then accidentally peel that off and lose part of the design on the glass cabochon. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect, just cut it out, because what you can do then is you've got some rough edges. And so then what we'll do is I'm just going to grab, this is just one of those cutting mats, self-healing mats, just pop that there. I'm just going to grab my craft knife and just then slowly go around the outside, and just using the edge of the glass as your guide. You want to put some pressure down when you're cutting it too, again, because you don't want the knife to slip underneath and then cut your design. You do want to sort of try and get all the excess off from around the edge, otherwise you're going to have trouble fitting it in your tray when you want to mount it for your pendant. So just quickly do that. And we're done. So there you have it. That's one done. Obviously do the same for earrings, and then all you need to do is just go ahead and mount them with your glue. Now, if you're not sure about mounting these things for jewellery, if you can have a look at my last video number 4, that'll show you how I actually mount the finished cabochons into the cabochon trays. So easy. So I hope that's been helpful. If it has, please feel free to like and share, and I'd love you to subscribe to my channel. Bye for now.